Hi collective. So this is the third time that I'm trying to do this. It's now 4:57. This is Criminal Mischief 101 with yours truly, Empress Esther. If any of this resonates with you and you're having issues with people or the government or neighbors or exes who have hacked your phone, this could be very educational and very helpful for you, especially if you have an open investigation case against these people. Okay? This cockroach keeps coughing, keeps trying to attack me, keeps running his mouth and mocking, but it's all good. We're going to see who's going to get the last laugh around here. Okay? Clowns? We'll see about that. So the reason why I had to stop and keep recording doing over is because every time I went to go to the next page, they kept, like I said, they kept interrupting my printing when I was doing my research. So some pages were missing from some of the stuff the research that I did, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about how hackers use your Find Your Mobile, even if it's turned off or disabled in your phone, okay, or in your accounts, okay? And I know a lot of you, this is very uneasy. This for me, it's not that it's uncomfortable, it's infuriating, okay? Because just the fact that these cockroaches think they have the authority to do this, it really pisses me off. The invasion of privacy, you know, that really pisses me off because I'm a very private person, okay? So if you guys have explicitly turned off or even disabled your Find Your Mobile service, a hacker can't just magically use it through the standard application to track you. So what they do is that they use clever workarounds, okay? They use account compromises or specialized malware to make it look like they are bypasses, okay? So here is exactly how hackers can exploit these systems, okay, even when you think you have turned them off, okay, or when you know you have turned them off, okay? So the first thing, it's called an account takeover, and this is usually done through the cloud, through cloud exploration, okay, exploitation, excuse me, okay? So if the hacker has compromised your cloud credentials, such as like your Apple ID or your Google, your Samsung accounts, right, via phishing or password leaks, they can log in to the service from another device, okay? You can find this on YouTube. I'll put some of these links in the thing. So the off illusion, okay, like when you think it's off, right? Even if your phone is completely turned off and inactive, the hacker can view your last known location, okay? The cache on your last location on the cloud servers, okay? So this historical footprint, see, now they're sending monitoring spirits. What the fuck did that come from? Like, really? Do you see this, collective? Like, this is how live and these cockroaches are. So, like I said, even if your phone's completely off and inactive, the hackers can still view your last known location through your cache on your cloud services. And this is an historical footprint often that tells them exactly where you live and where you were right before the phone died. Okay? All right? So, there's another thing that's called fake shutdown malware. Okay? Some of you could have noticed that your phone out of nowhere just shuts down and restarts all by itself without you even doing anything, okay? And they all could also, you know how you have your phone updates, you know, and you'll get notification saying, oh, you got to update your phone because it's got this the features. That's another thing that they've been able to bypass. And I've noticed lately, like, why the hell is my phone getting 3 or 4 updates in a week? That's never happened before. So this is another thing that they're doing as well. And this, like I said, these videos are also for the feds that are watching and following my channel. So fake shutdown malware is it's an advanced malware that can manipulate the core interface of your device. Okay? So the mechanism is that your phone is infected with like Trojan, which is a spyware, such as the known power off hijack strain. Okay, the malware intercepts your power button press. Okay, so some of you can notice that when you turn your phone, you go to turn your phone off, it starts glitching, right? Or when it turns on, it's not, the light is not at where you had it, or there's something off with the background or the screen lighting. Okay, and that's a way that you can tell that they're using fake shutdown malware. Okay, the trick is that the screen goes black. Okay, the notification lights turn off and the phone looks completely dead. But in reality, the operating system still remains fully active in the background. Okay, allowing hackers to quietly transmit your location data using cellular networks or Wi-Fi. This is why for a lot of you, the best thing you can do is put your phone, take the mobile data, turn your SIM off, turn your mobile data off, turn your Wi-Fi off, put on your airplane mode, and do not disturb on your phone. Okay? And if that works, then, you know, all right? So the other thing that they do is exploiting offline finding hardware networks, okay? So modern smartphones possess a low-power chip, Bluetooth low energy, and NFCs. Your NFC is what you turn on to be able to accept credit card payments or use your Google Wallet or whatever on your phone, right? If you don't have that turned on, you can't use your phone, your thing. And it's or ultra wideband that operate independently from your main operating system, okay? So how it works is that, like on modern iPhones and newer Androids, these chips remain powered on even when the device is officially shut down. Okay, so they emit encrypted anonymous Bluetooth pings nearby stranger devices in the Find My Mobile, okay, network, okay, and the Find My mobile network pick up these pings and securely up the location to the Apple or the Google servers. Okay, it's really disgusting what these bastards do. Okay, so then the other thing is called the hacker angle. Okay, so the hacker angle is that if a hacker has access to your cloud account, okay, this offline finding network acts as a continuous tracking beacon for them. Okay, so it broadcasts your location even when you think your phone is dead and offline. Okay, cybersecurity researchers, they've demonstrated that highly sophisticated malware can be flashed directly onto these isolated Bluetooth chips to broadcast your location data without triggering the main phone system. So your phone, you can have 10 different protection things on your phone and it still won't do shit, because these bastards bypass through all of this shit. And I just explained to you how. Okay, the best way to protect yourself from these things is to enforce the 2-factor authentication. Okay, I've done that too, and it's still, like, whoever it is that, I'm going to say whoever, because I know who it is. I know exactly who has my phone hacked. And you ain't going to get away with it, punk. So, using the 2-factor authentication, you know, if you're Apple, Google, Samsung, is tightly secure so hackers can't log into your tracking dashboard from the web. Also, disabling offline tracking internally. That's another thing that I have. Like, all these things that I know that hackers can use. I've been had this disabled and they still got into my phone. This is why I know that some of you are really dealing with demonic warlocks. Little freaking bastards that pretend that they don't know shit about computers, but they know everything, and they're the ones that are hacking your stuff. Okay? You can use a Faraday bag, and I have one. I don't know what I did with it. One of my neighbors, one of my good neighbors gifted it to me. So it's basically a black bag that has it has the material. What it does is, if you suspect your phone's infected with a fake shutdown Trojan and you can't remove the battery, like my phone, I can't remove the battery, right? So placing the phone inside this black bag will physically prevent it from sending or receiving any radio, cellular, or Bluetooth signals. So it's like a blocker, okay? I'm gonna try to find the bag. I don't know where I put it, so I can show it to you guys on another video, okay? So that's how hackers are able to hack your phone, track your whatever, through Find My Mobile. And I'm going to show you, so I showed y'all earlier in the other video, right? How they had tracked my phone and okay, they had used it. This was at 11:12 this morning, okay? When I kept rebooting my phone, and then it popped up on the recent access, Find My Mobile, okay? And it's completely disabled on my phone. Okay, so, but they still managed to bypass it. All right, my love, stay tuned for the next video. If you guys would like to donate to the cause, to the channel, all the information will be in the description box. Also, make sure you check out my Etsy shop. Bye.